Hey, welcome back to AI Tech Hub. I'm Cody. If you're getting into building software today, you've probably hit this massive, intimidating wall of technical jargon. Well, today's explainer is all about cutting right through that noise to solve a very specific mystery for us. We're unlocking software's assembly line. We are going to demystify exactly what CI/CD actually is and break it down so clearly that you'll literally never be intimidated by those four letters ever again.
So let's start right here. Picture this. You're scrolling through job postings. Maybe you're a recent bootcamp grad or a junior dev hunting for that first big break, or honestly just a seasoned tech enthusiast looking to level up. And you see it everywhere, right? Every single company wants it. Why on earth is CI/CD in almost every developer job posting out there? I mean, it looks like alphabet soup. It sounds ridiculously complicated. But the truth is, it's the absolute backbone of how modern software gets made. And to really grasp it, we actually need to look backwards at how physical things used to be made. Let's just step away from the computer screen for a second. I want you to imagine an old-school factory. Think about how a physical product was built way before modern automation took over the world. First, a worker builds an entire product completely by hand. Then, someone else walks over, physically picks it up, and manually checks it for quality. And finally, a third person manually packs it into a box and ships it out. Step 1, build by hand. Step 2, manually check. Step 3, manually ship. It's a very human, very step-by-step process. Now, what actually happens when you do things this way? Well, the result is incredibly slow, and it is terribly easy to miss mistakes. I mean, we're human. We get tired, we get distracted, we overlook things. When your entire production relies on these manual handoffs from one person to the next, bottlenecks are basically guaranteed. It's super frustrating for the workers who are totally stressed out, and it's awful for the customers who end up getting a broken product just because someone forgot to check a single screw. Okay, let's dive into this and contrast that old-school manual factory with a modern manufacturing marvel, the automated assembly line. Instead of being sluggish and error-prone, it's automatic, it's fast, it's remarkably reliable. That transition completely changed the physical world, and what we're talking about today is how that exact same transition happened to software development. Notice how the modern assembly line actually completely eliminates those old factory problems? Imagine a slick conveyor belt. Every single time a new piece is added to the line, an automatic inspector is right there to check it immediately. It doesn't wait for the whole car or the entire phone to be finished. No way. It checks the piece right then and there. And if something's wrong, boom, the line stops instantly. Bad products simply cannot move forward. They are halted way before they ever reach the customer. Quality control isn't an afterthought, it's built directly into the motion of the line itself. And this brilliantly illustrates the next phase of the process. Because we have that relentless automatic inspector catching every single error, we can finally trust the system. And if we trust the system, we get automatic shipping. If the automatic inspector gives the green light, the product just keeps moving right out the door. No manual packing required whatsoever. Nobody has to physically lug a box to a delivery truck. It just flows continuously from the assembly line straight to its final destination. So the crucial point is how this physical analogy maps perfectly onto our confusing software jargon. Let's look at the CI part of CI/CD, continuous integration. Think of this as your automatic inspector. In software, every single time a developer makes a code change, literally every time they add a new piece to the line, it gets automatically tested the exact moment it's added. We aren't waiting weeks to see if the new code breaks the old code. Just like the physical assembly line, we catch problems immediately. The developer gets a quick alert, the line stops, and that bad code never ever makes it to the user. Now, let's see how this builds into the second half of our mystery. Continuous deployment. That's the CD part. Remember our automatic shipping from a minute ago? This is exactly what CD is, but for software. Once that code passes all those automatic tests, once the virtual inspector gives a massive thumbs up, it ships to real users automatically. There are absolutely zero manual steps. Nobody is clicking some big, terrifying deploy button at 3 a.m. Nobody is manually copying files over to a server. The good code just flows continuously right to the user's app or browser. I absolutely love this quote from our source material because it really grounds the whole concept and proves that this is truly not magic. Not magic, just a really well-run assembly line for software. So when you see CI/CD plastered all over a job posting, they aren't asking if you know some sort of dark developer magic. They're simply asking if you understand how to work within a modern, well-run, automated environment. They just want to know that you can write code that gets checked by the automatic inspector and seamlessly shipped out the door. It's highly efficient, it's deeply practical, and honestly, it is completely demystified.
Which leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to ponder as we wrap up today's explainer. If our software, the very tool we use to automate the rest of the world, is itself now built on a fully automated assembly line, what manual process is automation going to revolutionize next? It really makes you look around your own daily workflow and wonder exactly what old-school factory habits you're still holding on to. Think about it. If you found this explainer helpful for finally cracking the CI/CD code, please follow and subscribe to Tech Hub. We break down a new concept every single time, keeping you focused, informed, and way ahead of the curve. I'm Cody, and I will see you on the next one.